Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the top 10 most dangerous jobs in the world. You won't believe what some people do for a living. From crazy heights to wild animals to jobs that'll make you say, nope. We're covering it all. Make sure you stick around to the very end because some of these are absolutely insane. It's like, seriously, I have no idea how people do this every single day. Coming in at number 10, we've got commercial fishing. It's a profession that might seem straightforward, but it's anything but simple. You might think, okay, how dangerous can fishing really be? After all, it's just catching fish, right? Well, let me tell you, the ocean is an unforgiving place. The weather can change in an instant, turning a calm day into a nightmare. We're talking about massive waves, treacherous weather conditions, and long hours out at sea. These fishermen face the elements head-on day in and day out. These guys are working around heavy machinery, slippery decks, and let's not forget about potential encounters with sharks and other marine life. The dangers are everywhere. One wrong step and you could be swept overboard. The risk of injury or even death is a constant companion. Plus, these guys are gone for weeks or even months at a time, which means they're away from their families and loved ones. The emotional toll is significant. The fatality rate for commercial fishing is actually way higher than you might think. It's one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. It's a tough job, no doubt about it. The physical and mental demands are immense, and the rewards are often not as high as one might expect. So next time you're enjoying some fresh seafood, take a moment to appreciate the risks these brave men and women take to put food on our tables. Their hard work and sacrifices make it possible for us to enjoy these delicacies.
At number 9, we've got logging workers. Now, this one might seem pretty obvious, right? Logging is a job that involves a lot of risks. You're dealing with giant trees, heavy machinery, and often working in remote and rugged terrain. These environments are not just challenging, but can be downright dangerous. One wrong move and you could get crushed by a falling tree, get hit by flying debris, or even fall victim to equipment malfunctions. The stakes are incredibly high, and trust me, these trees are massive. We're talking about trees that have been growing for decades, if not centuries. We're talking thousands of pounds of timber coming down with incredible force. The impact can be devastating if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Plus, these guys are often working in extreme weather conditions, from scorching heat to freezing cold. Rain, snow, or shine, the work doesn't stop. It's a physically demanding job that requires a lot of skill, precision, and a whole lot of courage. Every cut has to be precise to ensure safety and efficiency. These are the people who provide us with the wood we use to build our homes and furniture. So let's give them a round of applause for their hard work and bravery. Their efforts are truly the backbone of many industries.
Coming in at number 8, we've got aircraft pilots and flight engineers. Now, I know what you're thinking. Flying is actually one of the safest modes of transportation. And you're right, statistically speaking. But when things go wrong up in the air, they can go wrong very, very quickly. We're talking about mechanical failures, extreme turbulence, bird strikes, and even pilot error. These guys and gals have to make split-second decisions at thousands of feet in the air, and their training and expertise are literally the difference between life and death. Plus, they're dealing with the stress of long flights, jet lag, and the responsibility of hundreds of passengers. So next time you're on a flight, take a moment to thank your pilot and crew for their incredible skill and dedication.
Chapter 4. At number 7, we've got roofers. Now, this one might not seem as glamorous as flying a plane, but it's definitely up there in terms of danger. I mean, you're working at extreme heights, often on steep slopes, with the constant risk of falling. One misstep, one loose shingle, and it's a long way down. Plus, they're dealing with scorching hot tar, heavy materials, and sometimes even power tools. And let's not forget about the weather conditions. Wind, rain, snow. These guys work through it all. It's a physically demanding job that requires a good head for heights and a whole lot of focus. So next time you see a roofer, give them a thumbs up for their bravery and their dedication to keeping a roof over our heads. Chapter 5. Coming in at number 6, we've got refuse and recyclable material collectors. Now, you might not think of garbage collectors as having one of the most dangerous jobs, but think about it. They're dealing with heavy machinery, sharp objects, hazardous materials, and sometimes even aggressive animals. One wrong move and they could get crushed, cut, or infected. Plus, they're out there in all kinds of weather, from the scorching heat to the freezing cold, and they're constantly exposed to germs and bacteria. It's a thankless job, but it's an essential one. These are the people who keep our cities clean and our streets safe, so let's give them a round of applause for their hard work and dedication. Chapter 6. At number 5, we've got structural iron and steel workers. These are the daredevils who build our skyscrapers, bridges and stadiums. We're talking about working at dizzying heights, often with nothing but a safety harness between them and a long drop. They're handling heavy steel beams, operating cranes and welding equipment, and constantly exposed to the elements. One wrong move, one miscommunication, and it could be disastrous. It's a physically demanding job that requires nerves of steel and a whole lot of trust in your co-workers. These are the unsung heroes who build the structures we rely on every day, so let's give them a shout out for their bravery and their craftsmanship. Coming in at number 4, we've got truck drivers and delivery drivers. Now, you might not think of driving as one of the most dangerous jobs, but when you're on the road for hours on end, the risks add up. We're talking about long hours, tight deadlines, traffic congestion, and the constant potential for accidents. One moment of distraction, one drowsy driver, one patch of black ice, and it could be fatal. Plus, they're dealing with the stress of navigating unfamiliar roads, dealing with traffic, and sometimes even making deliveries in dangerous neighborhoods. It's a demanding job that requires a lot of focus, skill, and a whole lot of caffeine. So next time you see a truck driver, give them a wave of thanks for keeping our supply chains moving and our shelves stocked. Chapter 8. At number 3, we've got farmers, ranchers, and agricultural managers. These are the people who work tirelessly to ensure that we have food on our tables every single day. Now, you might think of farming as a peaceful and idyllic way of life, with serene landscapes and the gentle sounds of nature. But it's actually one of the most dangerous professions out there. The risks they face are numerous and often life-threatening. We're talking about working with heavy machinery that can malfunction, dealing with large and unpredictable animals that can turn aggressive, and being exposed to the elements day in and day out, whether it's the scorching sun, torrential rain, or freezing cold. One wrong move with a tractor, a momentary lapse in concentration, one kick from a horse, or one bad storm, and it could be fatal. The consequences can be devastating, not just for the individual, but for their families and communities as well. Plus, they're dealing with the financial risks of unpredictable weather, fluctuating market prices that can make or break a season, and the ever-present threat of pests and diseases that can wipe out entire crops in a matter of days. It's a tough and demanding job that requires a lot of hard work, dedication, and resilience, and a deep love for the land. These individuals are the backbone of our food supply chain. So next time you enjoy a fresh piece of fruit or a juicy steak, remember the effort and risks involved in bringing that food to your plate. Take a moment to appreciate the farmers and ranchers who made it possible. Their hard work and sacrifices deserve our gratitude and respect. Chapter 9. Coming in at number 2, we've got electrical power line installers and repairers. These are the brave souls who keep our lights on and our homes powered. We're talking about working at dizzying heights, often in treacherous weather conditions, dealing with high voltage electricity that can kill you in an instant. One wrong move, one faulty wire, one sudden surge, and it could be lights out for good. It's a job that requires a unique combination of physical strength, technical skill, and a whole lot of guts. These are the unsung heroes who keep our modern world running. So let's give them a round of applause for their bravery and their expertise. Chapter 10. And finally, at number 1, the most dangerous job in the world is
construction laborers. Now, this one might not come as a surprise to some of you, but the sheer number of risks these men and women face every day is staggering. We're talking about working at heights, operating heavy machinery, handling hazardous materials, and being exposed to all kinds of weather conditions. One wrong step, one equipment malfunction, one unexpected storm, and it could be fatal. Plus, they're often working in loud and chaotic environments, which can lead to miscommunications and accidents. It's a physically demanding job that requires a lot of skill, focus, and a whole lot of courage. So next time you see a construction worker, give them a nod of respect for their hard work and their dedication to building our world.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. Stay safe out there.